everyone. My name is Hong Yosu, and I am 48 years old this year, and I come from Kulim, Kedah. Ever since I was a child, I would get sick very easily, and I will always have coughing, asthma, and in one year, I will have a lot of asthma fits, and also I will have a lot of rashes. So in elementary school, my parents doesn't allow me to exercise and also gave me a lot of wrong food to eat. So that is why it made my condition even more severe. So because ever since high school, I really like to exercise. So I would trick them that I was going to tuition, but I was actually going to exercise. So after I started exercising, my coughs and my asthma became better. But I started to have runny nose every day for 356 days, 365 days, for 24 hours, for every time, every week. I'm always having a runny nose. So that is why I have to keep on wiping my nose. And also at night when I sleep, my legs will take turn to get cramps. So I will also get rashes every day. And the rashes, the most severe condition is that my whole scalp and my fingernails don't have rashes anymore, but my whole face and my whole body has rashes, and it was so difficult, but there was no change at all. So for me, I've actually tried eating Western medicine for a long time. And then so the adults around me also they're really sincere and they really want to help. That is why they would find all sorts of Chinese traditional medicine to help me, and it includes cockroaches, dog meat, snake meat, and rats. So it was really difficult for me to eat it. So ever since I was 13, when starting 13, my gums will also start to get inflamed as well and get really sensitive. And so this week, this side of my gum will get really, really swollen. And then next week will be the other side. So every day, my teeth, my gum will get so inflamed. And so until I was 14, and then so they brought me to the government dentist, and then they say that I have to pluck out 2 teeth, and that is why they have to put in fake teeth for me. So at that time, it was really, really painful. And also I don't sleep well because my whole legs would cramp. My whole body will have rashes. I have nose blockage. And also my gum would get really sensitive. But after I plucked out my teeth, it became better, a little bit better. So when I was 23 years old, I started working, and then one of my friend, Mr. Chung, Tan Kang Chung, introduced me to ELKEN Spirulina and ELKEN's molecular reform therapy. And I actually really took interest into this MRT and I also really agree with it. And that is why I started to understand behind the reason behind why MRT works. So I started to consume ELKEN Spirulina, and there was a product called High Spirulina, lactose, and ester C. So after I ate all of these supplements for about half a year, I started to slowly lose my symptoms and sickness as well. So gradually. But then today, the main topic is about CalMax and Celljoy. Actually, until from 1996, I started to consume spirulina and high spirulina. But then later on, ELKEN, they launched a product called Courage, and then they upgraded it into CalMax, which is what we know today. So during 2003 to 2004, and within these, so the first time I fell was when I was in the toilet, and the second time when I fell, it was when I was mopping, and then my mop my phone rang, and that is why I ran to my phone over the wet floor, and that is why I fell backwards. And when I fell, it hit exactly my spine. So at that time, I was so scared. I didn't want to go to the doctors because I was so scared, and I also didn't want to go to any chiropractors. So I just ate ELKEN's supplements to heal myself. So it was so painful. So for 10 plus days, I couldn't walk properly. I didn't dare to go out, and I didn't dare to walk too much. And that is why I had to grab the walls in order to move around. It was so painful. So slowly, after a whole month, it became better. And so I was okay from then. However, so when in November of 2004, I got pregnant, but I started to get worried because I have so many problems like cramps. So it's so easy for me to get it, although I have stopped cramping for years. So I'm scared that after I give birth or when I'm giving birth, my cramp problems would resurface, because I read a book about calcium before, and it says that if you give birth and if your bones shift or change shape or it opens, it's really hard for you to open, and it's easy for you to get a miscarriage. And that is why I became really worried. And so I started to increase my consumption of calcium, which is 4 capsules of courage. And so I increased the number of times of my exercising. And also I did a lot of exercising, and each time I would each week I would exercise 4 to 5 times. And so you can see in the first picture, it was during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. And during this first 12 weeks, I was really, I didn't have any appetite. So I didn't eat anything. So my weight went from 48 to 54 kg. Then, but luckily I have ELKEN's MRT products to take care of me. And I have Dr. Januji. So afterwards, my weight gradually came back. And so my baby was 3.1 kg. So as you can see in the third picture, it was 3 days after when my child was 1 month old. And actually, I was able to wear all of my clothes that I wore from before. So I didn't gain any weight because of Dr. Januji. So, and also calcium. So it's really important to consume calcium so that your whole physique is really good. And that is why your pelvis can go back to its original shape really healthily. So actually, other than consuming ELKEN supplements, ever since high school, I've been exercising. So I have been jogging, I have been slow walking, and that is why every day I would go for 8 km walk or 10 km walk. So I also saw a lot of people have arthritis problems and also their back pain and waist pain. And that is why I'm really scared that I'm gonna have this problem as well. And that is why I started to consume Cell Joy. So every day I would consume 2 capsules of Cell Joy to help protect my joints. And that is why I'm really thankful for Tan Kyun Chong, and also thank Yokin Seng and Kam Siang for following up and also taking care of me. So that is why I was able to change my whole physique. So actually, when I was younger, the adults told me to do stuff, I have to follow through. And that is why I'm really grateful that I'm able to consume ELKEN's products, because it's really safe and it's really beneficial. And actually, because I've been consuming 25 years, these supplements. So if this supplements, if I eat a little bit every day, and if it's not safe and it is toxic, then for 25 years, it will accumulate as in a lot. And so I have to look for the most safest, the most beneficial, and the most greatest supplements to consume. And that is why I chose ELKEN's choice. And through ELKEN's MRT therapy and also MRT products, I was able to get better and also change my whole physique where I was really weak and it was so painful, and only for myself. No one will know the feeling that I went through. Only I will know. So I will have runny nose every day, 24 hours, and it's so hard for me to sleep. So that is why I'm really thankful that I'm able to consume ELKEN's products to help change my physique. So actually, our bones is really important, because as we grow older, our bones will reduce. That is why by consuming CalMax, then it can help intensify the bone density, so we are able to be more robust and strong. So I'm really thankful for all of my friends to introduce me to ELKEN. And so this is the end of my sharing.